Well, this morning, the Northern Hemisphere is on El Niño watch.
Meteorologist Shane Hinton joins us once again to put the watch into a Central Texas lens. Tell us more about this.
Well, you guys, many people probably curious what an El Niño looks like across the country since we haven't had one in quite some time. If you recall, we've been dealing with La Niña the past couple of years, and that's why we've had some rather warm winters. Now, I'm giving you a look at the drought monitor across not only the state of Texas, but the entire country. And that's because El Niño will have some impacts for the entire country. So let's take a look at the latest information from the Climate Prediction Center. This is a chart basically depicting the current phase. Gray meaning neutral, red meaning it's slightly tilting towards an El Niño phase, blue being La Niña. As you can see, we are currently in a neutral phase, but as the red lines go up throughout the seasons, that means our likelihood of El Niño grows stronger. Now, right now, it is looking like a strong likelihood of transitioning into an El Niño phase starting in May through July, and that means the full transition would be occurring mid to late summer, and that could spell out for a rather strong signature for us here in Central Texas. But what does that mean? Okay, let's break down the science of an El Niño. Typically, we have the trade winds that are closer to the equator. They're pushing those warmer waters all the way out into the western Pacific. However, in El Niño seasons, those trade winds weaken and the warmer waters are a little bit closer to the coast of South America. What does this mean for the United States? Well, everything's connected in the weather world, isn't it? This means a warmer winter for areas up to the north. Here in Texas, we typically trend wetter and cooler. Now, that's good news for our drought conditions because we could see some much needed beneficial rainfall as we close out the year, but it also means that we'll have to be monitoring the potential for flooding risks as well. That's what the National Weather Service had mentioned. So we'll continue to monitor these conditions for you, and I guess we better look ahead to a cooler winter in Central Texas, you guys.